An 11-year-old boy in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan kills himself just after he received some online messages from a 13-year-old girl. Did what she say cause him to do the action he did? Dr. Taaka Cash, she is a certified nursing credentialing center person who's also very highly involved with child, adolescent, and adult psychiatry. So from north side of Dallas, there in Grapevine, we want to talk to her. Dr. Cash, good afternoon to you.
Thank you so much for having me.
You bet. So, first of all, if in fact the young lady who sent the messages to the young man, if in fact it did lead to his death, let's look at her psychology real quick for a minute. Why do we, even as 13-year-olds, why do we go online and fake things? Are we not happy or satisfied with where we are, or do we do it for sensationalism?
Well, a lot of it has to do with an underdeveloped brain. We have to consider that the child's brain does not stop developing until they're 25. So they have this preconception when it comes to consequence, and a lot of them do not understand the consequences behind their actions, especially when it comes to social media and the implications behind it.
Well, you know, and social media, as we were talking just before you came on, Dr. Cash, social media has so many great advantages, but it also gives us more opportunity to socially stub our toe and to maybe even cause more damage to others and ourselves than we realize, because especially when you're this young, I'm not sure that 11 and 13, Dr. Cash, I'm not sure, as you said, with a still underdeveloped brain, they're not even sure what it is they're dealing with yet. I'm pretty sure she didn't think that the message she would send him would cause him to take this kind of action.
Correct. And so this is not the first time that we're hearing of this happening. I see this in my office all of the time. As recently as a few weeks ago, a father was putting his son to bed, and the child said, out blank, Dad, I think I've been thinking about this for a really long time, and I want to hang myself. There's this new thing that's going around in schools that's called "go hang yourself." When you don't do well, when you don't do well on a test, when you don't do well when it comes to athletics, when you don't do well in terms of fitting in. And I don't know if you've ever heard of the new Netflix series that's called 13 Reasons Why. It's a great depiction of a lot of the pressures when it comes to bullying that kids are dealing with daily. Yep. So you look at. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. And I get calls and emails and texts from listeners all the time that talk about how their kids are brutally hit with bullying. And then you go on TV and you see these things, 13 Reasons Why, and it almost makes you think that just offing yourself might be the perfect outlet.
Yes, and then not only that, we have to consider, especially if you're watching 13 Reasons Why, of course, watch it at your discretion with your child, and I would encourage everyone to watch it first prior to your children to make sure that it's age appropriate, but definitely it's age appropriate for anyone who is an adolescent or in high school. But what it showed is that, hey, you know, you could be right there with your child and in the house with them, and then and really, truly, it's not that you're truly ignoring the signs of depression, but that a lot of the parents don't know they don't know what depression looks like in their child that they're raising. And so when their child goes to school and they're actually exposed to a lot of these other external factors as it relates to school, fitting in, the bullying. I mean, you see in 13 Reasons Why, there were so many reasons. So the practical questions to ask your child is, how can I be present for you today? What are some of the reasons that make you feel uncomfortable? Mm-hmm. What are some of the ways that mom and dad can be present for you as you're going through this transition? Is there anything that you want to talk about that's making you feel this way? Ask questions.
Yeah, because this isn't a 16-year-old kid that's part of a gang. This is an 11-year-old kid who comes home from school and just gets online, and the parents are totally unaware of what's coming. I know you have another interview coming up, so I need to let you go. One last question, Dr. Cash. Somebody asked me, well, why would she fake online? You know, if you watch MTV and you see Catfish, we got young adults and people up into their 30s that are doing exactly the same thing.
Of course. Of course, it's a cross spectrum. And a lot of time, a lot of them are looking for the same thing, instant gratification. What am I getting out of this? And a lot of them don't understand the consequences of what they're doing. They're self-indulgent. They're just looking at what can I garner from getting this attention from this moment in time. And they're thinking about that one moment in time. They're not looking forward into the future of how it's going to affect the person that's on the other end of that screen or the person that is in their circle. And that's why that actual show, 13 Reasons Why, she had 13 reasons, that led to her suicide. And among them, social media was what was at the top, because it started from just, them texting a picture all around the school, and that is what led to her.
Listen, I appreciate very much your time today. I know you need to run from beautiful Grapevine, Texas, there on the northwest side of Dallas, Dr. Taaka Cash. Dr. Cash, thank you. I'm sure we'll call you again when we get subjects like this that come up. Thank you so much. Dr. Taaka Cash.